Hello everyone, Ron here from L.T.L Tutoring Central, and I'm making this video from the location where I usually do my music reaction videos, and that's because this is going to be a reaction video, which I don't do for the tutoring channel generally. We might do more of them in the future, we'll see. But this one is with Dame Judi Dench, a famous English actor. She's amazing. And it's on the Graham Norton show. I don't know if you've ever seen the Graham Norton show, but it is a really good show. I haven't seen full versions of the show for a while, but this clip came up in my feed and it was Judi Dench reciting Shakespeare. And I thought, wow, that should be good. And it is amazing in my opinion. It's sonnet number 29. It's a beautiful sonnet. I will put the text for the sonnet below in the description so you can go and have a look at that separately. And it kind of spurred me on to think maybe I should do some Shakespeare on the channel. I'll be reading it, so it won't be as good as Judi Dench or another Shakespearean actor performing it. Of course, she does all kinds of acting. I actually looked to see some of the things I've seen her in, and I knew I'd seen her. I think the first time I saw her could have been a movie, but I didn't know who she was. But the first time I learned who she was a comedy series on TV called As Time Goes By, and it was really good. I saw her in The Second Best Exotic Marigold Hotel. I saw her in Philomena. I saw her in Chocolat. Saw her in Shakespeare in Love, and at least one version of Hamlet, maybe more, and 84 Charing Cross Road, and many, many more. She has a lot more that I haven't even seen, or I have seen. Maybe I've forgotten, of course, when they list everything, sometimes bit parts and that, but she has a lot of main uh, characters as well. She's incredible. I really do like her, and I think you're going to enjoy this. It says Dame Judi Dench masterfully does a Shakespearean sonnet. She really does, and it's on the Graham Norton show. Before we move on, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It helps the channel a lot. I know a lot of people are viewing. Not everyone's hitting that subscribe. So just do that. It's totally free and it will help a lot. Check in the description below, and there's a way you can donate to the channel. And also, as I say, the sonnet will be there as well. And a link to this video too. All right, before I go into the sonnet, because I'm not going to go over the text carefully myself, I'll just say listen first just to the beauty of it, just to the way that she delivers the lines and the emotion that she shows on her face. But it's basically about somebody who's in a sort of there's many interpretations, many interpretations, as there often are, especially to Shakespeare lines. And don't be afraid of Shakespeare. Uh, Look for the emotion, look for the plot, the context, and don't get caught up in the individual words and the lines and some of the. And I'm not going to go into, and even if I do Shakespeare, more Shakespeare on the channel, I'm not going to go into all of the um, poetic devices and meter and all of that. I'm going to be looking I might do a little bit of that, but I'm going to look primarily at meaning. What does it mean to you, and the feeling and the sound and all of that. So pay attention to that. But it's basically someone who's kind of down, depressed, envying others, wishing for something better, and then sort of recognizing the power and strength of love. And it's kind of hilarious at the beginning here, so just listen carefully to that. That's Graham Norton there.
Much Shakespeare is constantly in your head? How much
Well,
Shakespeare do you
as
carry
much as
around?
it is all of us, of course. We don't realise, Graham, as you know, we quote Shakespeare all the time, perhaps without knowing it. But, I mean, also, you only have to go to those plays and be in any kind of those situations, being in love or being jealous or being angry or being whatever, and you will find that there is a way of him summing up that is completely sufficient for what your emotion is.
Yeah.
So that's what I was talking about too. Just get into the emotion, get into the meaning, and don't. Shakespeare has been picked apart so for so many centuries, really, writing in late 1500s, early 1600s. So, and dissected and reinterpreted, but it's fun to do that if you want to, but you don't have to. And that's what I think scares people away from Shakespeare. It's just all there. It can mean so much to a modern person as well. That's Dame Judi Dench there, if I could get my tongue wrapped around. Of course, Arnold Schwarzenegger, you probably saw him sitting beside her. This is a talk show. So there are several guests here, but we're focusing on Dame Judi Dench, of course.
Passages on your mind now, Graham?
Well,
The other thing, yeah, I forgot to mention what she said. We all use him sometimes. Yes, so we say things like to be or not to be, or other expressions that have just kind of uh, crept in and stayed in our English vocabulary.
Your emotion is.
yeah.
What passage is on your mind now, Graham?
Well,
It's like it was just on the tip of your tongue.
how all occasions do inform against me. You white hole.
Show me the card. Show me the card.
Don't know where that came from. Big Judi. If I poke you with a stick, can you just do a bit of Shakespeare for us?
If you what, with a stick? I'll poke you with a stick.
Touch you gently. If I touch you gently with a stick, could you do a little bit for us?
Like what?
I don't know, like a bit of a play or a sonnet or
A sonnet, a sonnet.
sonnet?
I'll do a sonnet.
It's like us having a Shakespeare jukebox in the
I'll
house.
do When in disgrace with fortune and men's eyes, I all alone beweep my outcast state, and trouble deaf heaven with my bootless cries, and look upon myself and curse my fate, wishing me like to one more rich in hope, featured like him with friends possessed, desiring this man's art and that man's scope, with what I most enjoy contented least, yet in these thoughts myself almost despising. Haply I think on thee, and then my state, like to the lark at break of day arising from sullen earth, sings hymns at heaven's gate. For thy sweet love remembered, such wealth brings, that then I scorn to change my state with kings. That.
Wow.
Yeah, so well done. It's just so well done, and she delivered those lines. I I just watched, and I've gone to the Stratford Festival, but I was just watching a Hamlet play done by the Stratford Festival the other day, and but it was filmed, so I wasn't actually at the festival, and it was excellent, and the actors were very, very good. But honestly, there are certain actors that can perform Shakespeare at it in the best possible way, and this is one of the best deliveries of a sonnet I've heard.
That is spellbinding. Really, it's gorgeous.
Unbelievable.
I know. Unbelievable.
I mean, there's more dialogue than I had in all my movies altogether.
Could you now do I'll be back?
But no, but Arnie, you did do a little bit of Shakespeare in a film.
Yes, it was in Last Action Hero.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
yeah.
classic.
Yes. You gave a bit of Hamlet, I believe.
That's right, exactly.
Do you remember what you did?
I think it was to be or not to be.
Yeah.
And then I added the line, not to be, and we blew up the castle in the background.
Okay, not quite the same, not quite the same thing, but I wanted to play that through because it is kind of funny. It's good that he can poke fun at himself as well. It's a good thing, and a lot of people, of course, have had lots to say about Arnold Schwarzenegger's performances, whether you love them or whether you don't. Yeah, they've talked about his quality of acting and dialogue and whatnot. So it's good that he can have fun with himself too. As part of life, and probably as you get older, it gets a little easier. Maybe I don't know. Maybe for some, for others not. My main focus here was Dame Judi Dench and her brilliant performance of this Shakespearean sonnet. Um, yeah, and if you haven't seen her or you don't remember seeing, you probably have seen her because there's such a long list of movies and shows that she's been in that you probably have seen her somewhere along the way, whether you remember her or not, because again, she's not always the lead, but she's been in a lot of different films, so you've probably seen her along the way. But if you haven't, seek out some of the ones, particularly ones where she's playing, you know, a lead role or at least semi-lead role, so that you get to see more of her because she is really an astonishing performer. Fantastic delivery of Shakespeare, and you should have been able to, even if you didn't understand all the lines and language, and even if English isn't your first language, you should have been able to see and feel some of that emotion. Now go below the description, look at the text, read through it line by line, and just take two or three lines at a time. Two lines, couplets are often very good to have a look at with Shakespeare, and just uh, try to extract something for yourself from that, because I think you're going to find there's a lot more there than maybe you imagined. Of course, maybe you're a lover of Shakespeare already, and in that case, you already know. I will almost definitely do some more sonnets, but it might be me reading them. I'll see if there's other better readers, but we'll see. But the advantage would be that I will be able to go through the lines a little bit more specifically and talk about my interpretation of them, but doesn't have to be your interpretation, but just to give you some ideas. All right. I hope you enjoyed that. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Like the video if you did. I hope you did. Just give it that thumbs up. Click the notification bell. That helps to get notified in case you don't see a video come up in your algorithm. Not everyone wants notification, but if you want, that can help. And of course, in the description, there are ways you can donate to the channel, like buy me a coffee, and it just helps keep the channel moving along. All right, it is Ron from L.T.L Tutoring Central. Until next time, bye bye for now.